show, we're real appreciative of that. And so sometimes I don't think we have much of a show, Bill, when we don't catch any fish. That's for sure.
Well, like I said, to have a fishing show, you got to have fish. And they've been tougher than nail on us, haven't they, son?
They
Sure
sure
have. I tell you what, ain't nobody tries any harder than we do. I've not got to go, but I'm fixing to go this weekend with these two fellas right here.
Yes, sir.
And if we don't have a good night, I'm just going to whoop myself.
I'm the same way, Bill. I'm the same way. We didn't, but do want to make, let y'all know that we do appreciate you watching the show and that kind of thing. We had Paul Shaw had Mike cornered up there last weekend there at the boat ramp.
Yeah.
And he was telling Mike a few things, and I got in on the last of the conversation, and he said he'd run an oxygen test up in the mouth of Lost Creek there, and said there wasn't much oxygen. Oxygen level was really low when you got past 25, 28 feet, and then at 30 feet there wasn't any, according to his meter.
Let me tell you about the oxygen. I've had some great experience with oxygen. You got to find the thermocline first to find out where the oxygen is.
Yes.
And the thermocline is right now in Norris is 27 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And on Dale Hollow, Max has been over there, and Billy Joe and them been over there. The oxygen level over there, or the thermocline over there, is at 27 to 28 feet.
Awful close.
They close to Norris. They really are. Both of the lakes is good.
Yeah.
Okay. There's about a 4 or 5 foot space in there that's dead. That's no oxygen at all.
Okay.
They say that the fish don't go through it. Well, you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're wrong as they can be. The walleye will go through it. The smallmouth will go through it. And the big largemouth, anything over 5 pound or 4 pound largemouth, they'll go through it.
Yeah.
And that's where the bait goes.
Yeah.
And the shad minnows, they probably won't go through it. But the LY, that's what we depend on in North Lake, the LY will go. I have caught LY 80 feet deep over there. And them are largemouth, smallmouth, walleye, and all the rest of them will go right down there with them LY.
Yeah.
And that 4 to 5 foot of space there, which is no oxygen at all.
Mm-hmm.
But them are good fish will go through that there.
Yeah.
They'll go through it.
Yeah. Well, when he told me that, then when I got out there, I was by myself, but my depth finder will show the thermocline.
Yeah,
it's just a line that if you're in 30 foot of water, it'll be 2, 3, 4 foot up or whatever. Or if you're in 40 foot of water, it's 10 feet up, above the bottom. It'll show that thermocline, sure will. And but you're right. But before I go any further on that, we're going to show the film that I shot. I don't know how much did you have, Mike?
He said about 5 minutes or so.
About 5 minutes worth. Well, let's show what I got, and then we'll come back because I've got 2 or 3 points I want to make
Right.
on the fishing, and we got one of them laying right here.
So
Anyway, we're going to go to that. And Dylan, are you ready? All right, show the film on my camera then. All right, yeah. And then we'll come keep that train of thought. Don't let nothing
Give us a
change
little
your mind.
info on the oxygen level at certain depths. And he says past 30 feet, it's just pretty much dead as far as oxygen's concerned. So we're not going to catch any fish out there that deep, that's for sure. But we're going to get over here and get started. I'm going to try to keep a decent picture on the camera. Seems like too much light, and it acts like it's glaring back at me. I got the screen turned around to the front. So anyway, remember our sponsors, folks. Let's go fishing, and we'll see if we can get bite or two here and see what's going on. So stay tuned. Hopefully we'll be back here shortly. And by the way, I've got a red spinner bait on with a black trailer right now. It's the only rod I've got out. I'm going to take it over here and throw it on a point and see if I can get a bite on it. Get back with you shortly, hopefully. All right, folks. There's the first fish in the boat. Just been fishing too shallow. Pretty good fish right there. I'll lay him here across the dip net. Yeah. I don't know. That fish must be close to 18 inches. All right. Got a good picture of him. Got him on that copper crawl jig. We're going to put him back in the water and see if we can get another. All right, folks. I've made 4 casts. Had 4 bites. Got 2 of them in. The other 2's got off. So I'll get this one off and get him back in the water and see if I can get a bite on the 5th cast. All right. Attaboy. All right, folks. I finally got another one in the boat. Not a great big fish, but he ain't too bad either. Yeah. We'll get him back in the water. Try to get us another. Here we go. Alright, folks, this point right here seems to be covered up with fish. There's a 4th one. I missed 2, and that's a little better fish than the last one. Yeah, buddy, that's a nice one right there. We'll get him back in the water. There he goes. These fish are, my camera's trying to fog up on me. There's another fish in the net. Get him off and get him back in the water. Hold on, buddy. Just hold on. Dadgummit. Camera's fogged up. Maybe it'll clear up here in a minute. I'll leave it on to get this one unhooked and try to get another one. Yeah. Yes, sir. Hold on, buddy. There's the bait, folks. Yeah. There's the fish. Get that wire off of it. All right, looking better. Dadgummit. Don't knock my rod in. Hold on. He's going all over the front of the boat. Okay. Hold on. I got you. Now then, I got you. Now back in the water. All right. Take off. Dang camera. I'm going to wrap it up in a towel here and get ready for the next one.
Okay, Bill. Here's just what we was talking about before we went to that fin. Was that thermocline and the oxygen level.
Right.
And I fished probably an hour, setting the boat in about 20 feet, throwing in there probably 8 to 10. Had a bite or 2, but there wasn't much I could tell. It was probably red-eyed, more or less. So I moved out on a place there and there's 28, 29 feet of water, and had 4 fish on, 4 back-to-back casts on that place, and only got 2 of them in the boat. And I had laid the spinner bait down and picked up that copper crawl jig, and I wish Dylan had a close-up of that, but right there, everybody knows what that copper crawl is a dang good bait.
Yes, sir.
And we caught a lot of fish on it 2 years ago, last year,
And still catching them on it.
still catching them on it now.
And the trailer there is a crawfish.
Yeah,
Called a speed crawl.
that's exactly right. And I don't know if you all can see that, but that's just a pretty good picture of it right there. You might can't tell the colors of it, but that's yippity mud bug and the copper crawl jig. and it's both of them's got that gold flake in them, or copper flake, but them fish was all over it once I finally figured out what to be a throwing.
Right.
And so I had the two rods out, the spinner bait and that jig right there, and now I did hit a few places that I didn't get a bite, but most of the time the problem is holding on to them. I mean, when they you can get they'll hit and bite and but getting them in the boat is for some reason or another is a hard thing to do.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I noticed one thing that Steve's still using, and I still use it myself, and that's the weed guard. That there, I know a fella up here in Sevierville right now who's been my best friend for a long time. Oh, Harry Catlin, you couldn't make him use bait
With the weed.
with the weed guard. He told me he done lost $10,000
Yeah.
over that weed guard. But I tell you what, you can fish some rough stuff with
Well,
that weed guard on it.
Yeah, and add to just what you said, Bill, this right here's only got, they may be 10 to 12, but it's a real weak weed guard.
That's right.
Now, some that I've got in there, I've cut them out because they was so dang stiff and so
Yeah.
many of them.
Right.
It's more of a flipping jig or something than for heavy cover than it was for, night fishing and what we do. But that right, and you'd be surprised. A lot of times I've brought fish in, and that weed guard be hung on the outside of his mouth. There wasn't no way for him to throw it.
That's right.
Huh?
No way.
There wasn't no way for him to throw it. I mean, he couldn't get rid of it, and no
Right.
matter what he done, and that would be hung on the outside and the hook through, and just a little bit of help there on holding on to him. But yeah, that weed guard right there and that jig is just about perfect, Bill.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
for what.
That's a 3/8 ounce.
Yeah, and it works really good, and but that right there is the bait that I was using, and then there towards the morning, I got back on. I throwed that jig out there, and he got a fish, and he broke water and throwed my trailer off. So I just laid that rod down with that copper crawl jig on it, picked up the spinner bait, throwed it over there, and dadgum, I didn't have fish eating it up, and I couldn't hold on to them for jumping and throwing it off.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we'll hit them two places tomorrow night, Bill.
Yes, sir.
Well, we can see
what
if
have you
they're
been
still there.
doing, son? Have you been using that copper crawl?
Hey, I've thrown a little bit of everything,
Yeah.
and but it don't make no difference if you can't hang on to them. What you throw,
Yeah.
that's their biggest problem. Trying to get them
Well,
in the boat.
Before while you brought that up, Mike, I'm going to tell you something. Now, the jig that's on my rod is identical to this one, except for one thing. That jig has a wide gap hook in it. I've got 3 of them heads that's got a wide gap hook, and I tied and put that wide gap hook on there, and it seemed to make a difference about how many I could hold on to and how many I couldn't. And I don't know what the deal is. Why, what the problem is that you can't take that standard hook right there, which is a good hook.
Oh,
There ain't
yeah,
nothing
it's
wrong.
dandy.
That's a dandy hook. But for some reason or another, I just I thought what fish I got in was because of that wide gap hook. It was just like this right here, a jig just like that, except it had a wide gap hook in it, and I've only got 2 or 3 of them in those heads, and I had put a copper crawl skirt on it, and the same as I got right here, it's just a different hook. Now, whether that's going to make a difference tomorrow night or not, I don't know.
We'll know.
We'll know.
We'll know.
We'll definitely know tomorrow,
Yeah.
Saturday morning.
Yes, sir. Well, let me bring up a little safety tip here. This is the month of August, and September's coming up.
Yep.
And we got lots of fog coming in, and it'll come in on you before you know it. So you never know what's out there in front of you.
Yeah.
For you ain't no way you can go out there and see what's out there once that fog comes in. Get all your fishing done as soon as possible, Mike.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be out there in that fog myself. I'm too scared. I've had two friends to get killed. They run over a houseboat
Mm.
in some Cedar Hill Lake, and you never know what's out there in front of you.
That's true, Bill.
Get your fishing in before the fog comes in.
Yeah.
It'll come in somewhere around 4:30.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right, Mike?
Somewhere in there, yeah.
It's awful close right in that neighborhood, Bill.
Yeah.
Sure will. There's a few things, a little bit of breeze to keep it, and then this and other thing. But yeah, at this time of year, it starts getting down on the water before daylight, and well, heck, let's see, was it last year or year before we was up there, and heck, 12 o'clock, we was out and around in the fog.
Yeah, I
Had
know
to
it,
get
yeah.
on the dang GPS and track ourselves back towards the boat. Right?
That's,
This is a good time of year to fish, but it's also a dangerous time to fish
Yeah.
because of the fog. So
Yeah.
get your fishing in early and get off the lake when you never know what's out there in front of you.
That's a fact.
when
That's a
that
fact.
temperature starts cooling down cooler than that
Yeah.
water, then there's possibility of fog. And when it starts getting down into the 60s at night,
Mm-hmm.
or even more than that, when it starts into the 50s, then you really get a lot of heavy
Yeah,
fog
that's
off
right.
of it.
Sure
But
do.
it just, that same way in the springtime when the water is cold and the heat starts heating it up, and it starts bringing the fog up off of it.
Dylan, how about taking us to a little bit of break there? Give us that Reynolds Racing and Marine break, will you? Then come back to me. Got something I got to tell you. Folks, I'm here at Reynolds Racing and Marine, 620 Ray Street here in Kingston. Got Mr. Glenn Reynolds here with us. Glenn, tell us about this beautiful Bullet boat sitting here.
Okay, this is the latest deal. It's called SST. It's 21 foot long. Has a lot of key features inside. Actually got three. It's got three coolers, so you keep your beverages
Right.
plenty cool. Got a little wider front end up front, and it's got the recessed foot pedal for the new Spotlight trolling motors that I'm gonna try to sell Steve one.
Yes, sir.
And it's a pretty silver and red.
Boy, it's beautiful. It really
Got
is.
the new 250R.
250R on that thing, folks. Man, this thing looks sharp.
That's just one boat. Of course, we got it in the background here.
Yeah.
We've got several side by sides,
Oh, yes. Yes.
and then
Oh, there's the big 5-seater. That's a 5-seater. Man, dadgone it, Glenn. All right. Wanted to show you all that beautiful red silver Bullet there. But the reason why Bill Dillard got that boat, and it's already gone. So congratulations to him. He sure got a pretty boat, I'll tell you that. But I think Glenn said he's picking it up this week, but anyway, it's already sold. He does have an orange and white one with a black bottom coming in, hopefully by the end of next week. Another SST, the new the 2019 models, so if you like that red one, check that orange and white one out here by the end of the next week, and maybe it probably won't last long either.
As you know, next week is when the Tennessee Volunteers
Yeah,
kicks
yeah,
off,
that's-
and that orange and white will go
it'll be
really good.
Yeah.
Coming up the Tennessee River there to where they're playing football.
Exactly right, Bill. Exactly right.
Yeah.
But do keep that in mind. Congratulations, Bill, on you getting your new boat. And by the way, that 2003 he took in on trade a couple of weeks ago. It lasted a day. It's already gone.
Yeah.
He said it was the closest thing to a showroom boat that he had ever traded for. I mean, he said it was just immaculate.
Yeah.
It looked like it was brand new, but it was a 2003 model. It only lasted a day.
Yeah.
So before somebody come in and bought it. But anyway, remember Reynolds Racing Marine. Get your boats in there. If you got a warranty service time coming up on one, don't wait till the last minute because we're looking right at Labor Day weekend's a big weekend on the water bill.
Going to be a big one, but the good part about that is everybody after the Labor Day weekend, that's when we've got the lake bar sale.
That's exactly right,
Yeah.
Bill. Exactly right. Yeah, perfect. Man, I tell you, September's always been a good time up there.
Yes, it really has. It's a
Yeah.
good time to be on the water.
Yes, sir. Sure is. Everybody's home listening to the ball games, and we're up there catching them.
Yes,
That's the deal.
I like that.
I do too, Bill. I really do. So do remember that. Remember Reynolds Racing Marine there if you have any boat troubles. Okay, Dylan, what's up next? Got Mike's film. Let's get it over with right quick.
Everybody, oh my God, some good at it too.
Watch him go. Watch him go. Yeah, there we go. Go. Watch him jump up there. Woo! He come off there. Get over here now. Don't do that. Yeah. Now I try to. All right. Yeah. You trying to knock my rods in the lake's what he's trying to do. Mean, ain't he? Well, he just ain't got much color to him at all. I normally see on him, he just almost white looking. Be down there where they ain't no oxygen or something. I don't know. But anyway, we'll put him back. Try him again. Yeah. There you go. Alright, there's another little one. Got him on a watermelon gypsy bug there. Twin tail trailer on it. And a green pumpkin. So we'll go back here. And he had a little bit of a wild episode there. We lost the prop, nut, and everything off of the dang trolling motor and had to re-rig and everything and get things straightened out. Yeah, he got my bait all messed up. Everything. Maybe we'll get straightened out here in a minute. Well, we can catch one anyway. Or another one. Anyway, we'll get back after him. Alright, Jeff's got one on here. We can get him in here. Oh, watch him jump. There you go. You got him. Been waiting all night for that.
3 weeks for that.
Yes, sir. Nice one. Alright, we get him back. Try another. Put that on what? Brown watermelon?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, yeah, that's good enough. Yeah.
He just broke off.
He just jumped off and in the floor of the boat. Let me catch up with him here. He don't want to open his mouth up, that's for sure. Got a bit once with his mouth open, he won't bite again. Yeah. Teeth like a razor. Yeah. Watch it. Better try him again. He got his mouth so jig.
He got my jig in there.
Ah, well. Alright.
We caught another.
Yeah, at least you got another. There you go. See if you can get the needle nose here and get your jig out there. Good fish. it when you touch that lip. To the nose. Put a good fish there. Yeah, real nice fish. Bring it back. Oh my goodness. Tore my jig all to pieces. Huh? Oh my goodness, he can run 900 mile an hour. Open that lip up there. Cool, right? Goodness. Rough to come by, ain't it? Alright. Pull him back. Got him on the Z-hog.
All right, what's the deal there, Mike?
Yeah, I'm about like you. It's just hard to keep a hold of them. I caught probably most of them on that Z-hog, watermelon red, and Texas rig, and then caught one or two on a jig. Still never got a bite on that spinnerbait. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's just like they're running from it now. Where it had been, it's the only thing you can get them to strike. And,
Seems like they're off and on that spinnerbait, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit them one time and then go 2 or 3 times and not catch a fish, and then all at once you pick it up and throw it out there, and they'll eat it up again.
It's kind of weird, but we caught most of our fish probably set in 30 foot of water, throw it in. Fished off mostly points and stuff there, and I think I got out there on one place there that kind of humped back up after it come out there on that point, and kind of come up and made a hump there on it, and caught 2 or 3 fish off of that. Keeping a hold of them is the biggest thing. I mean, no matter what the size of them are, whether they're 12 inches or 20 inches, it
Doesn't matter.
It didn't matter. It seemed like
Right.
if you got one in, you was lucky, because you could feel them and just breaking them in and just shaking that head, vibrating like that spinnerbait with them, and they'd quit. You'd ease him up, and then he'd shake again, and all of a sudden he's gone. I don't know how they do it.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to going this weekend with you fellas.
Yeah, we're
really
looking
am.
forward to it too.
Be the first time I've been able to go in a while.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it too, Bill. We really are. Can't wait to get you back up there, and maybe we can wreak some havoc on them
That's right.
and get them going. Well, the water temperature, what I saw on my instrument was 50 or 70 or
88.
88.
Yeah.
85 to 88 degrees.
That's what Ronnie Norton
Yeah.
told me
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Surface temp, yeah.
He said the surface temperature, they pay 88, 89 degrees.
Yeah.
And
that's
he
pretty
said
warm.
he had seen it over 90.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It clouded, and it'll definitely make it. And this little dab of rain cool it down a degree or two. But it is in the upper 80s, and you know, when I got on some fish, they were in there 27, 28 foot of water. Just bam right there. I mean, when you dropped your bait down, one had it, and then the second place, there's 2 or 3 places I fished that didn't have any fish on.
There again, it goes right back to the thermocline.
Yeah.
Them fish was laying right at the thermocline.
Yeah, and a little bit below, cause I was the last place I fished, and I called Mike and told him that had 4 or 5 bites in a row, and they got off, and I said they're at 33 foot of water.
Yeah, well,
And
that goes back, those things.
Yeah.
That's where the thermocline started again. That's where the oxygen started.
Yeah, I mean, I'd get that jig out there, and I was setting in 35 foot of water, and I'd drop it down there and just let it set for just, look, you blink your eye and pop that thing up, bam. And then pop that thing up, bam.
Like 'em back.
Yeah, and that's, you don't have to hunt for them, just drop it off. There's one there, I missed, had one hooked, and he got off, and I just dropped it right back down there and just went to feeding that line off the reel right there, and it hit the bottom, and I picked it up, set it back down, picked it up, and bam, it said, and I got that in. So, I mean, once you find them, you've got them. You've got to find them, and that's the whole key. But Mike, he was catching his fish on that Z-Hog. Yeah, I mean, what the heck? It's a good looking bait. They ought to eat it up. Every time you go, they ought to eat it up. But we'll see. And I meant to bring spinner bait over. Bill, I'm gonna tell you, that dang T-Bass spinner bait is the toughest night fishing spinner bait they are.
Yeah,
It's got that 4,000 wire on it, and it'll stand the pressure.
Yes, sir. It sure man will.
And you know that, and I know that.
Yes, sir. I've caught a many a fish on it.
Yes,
You
sir.
have to.
Yes, sir.
I used it from the day it started to making it. So
Yes, sir.
Fella told me they done started back making them again.
I can't tell you that. I haven't talked to Charlie in a long time.
Yeah.
I know he's a striper fisherman over on
Cumberland.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Fish is coming, and he's got a place over there. And he goes down there quite often.
Mm.
Yeah, he does. Stays down there. And as far as knowing is he making the bait again, I don't know that. Like I said, I hadn't talked to him in a long time.
Well, anyway, that twist in that wire on that spinner bait, and the size of the wire that thing's made out of, it's just tough. The reason I brought that up because I was fishing open throat up there the other night, and got a fish hooked on it, and got him up there to the dang boat, and while I was trying to get the net, he broke the spinner bait off there in the bend on that open throat.
Right.
I got the head and the skirt back, but the blade and the fish was gone.
Right.
And but you know, like I said, that T-Bass is a tough little booger.
Tough, right. I tell you, Charlie made some good baits when he was in the business.
Yeah.
And he sold a bunch of baits all over the world. He really did.
Yes, sir. That was a good spinner bait, a night bait that I've ever fished with, and I've had some good ones. But now, buddy, that there is a dandy. And thanks to you, I've got 4 of them. I think you took what you had and bagged them up and split them up between me and Mike. And
I don't know. I got to get somebody to back up on the
upstairs.
there and look and see. May have some more.
Yeah. Thank them things. It's fish catchers now.
I haven't seen them in a long time.
But we'll stay after that. Dylan, show us what we got on Edgemore. Yeah, give us Edgemore there. All right. Okay, folks, welcome to the Edgemore Outdoors. I'm over here with Vance and Jim today. They've had several customers in. Just to give you a little idea of the whole shop. You guys have seen it. You know what's in here. I mean, it's, everything that you're looking for. And then let's keep getting all the new stuff in. So we're going to get over here to the counter and visit with Vance. He's been making a list. And we got a bunch of reels up on the cabinet. And we're going to take a look at that. Everything in the world in here. Fishing lures, lines, plastics, sunglasses, all kinds of baits, swim baits, jigs, spinner baits, plugs, rods, reels, boat saver. I mean, it's all here. So come by and see Edgemore. We'll get over here and see what Vance has got us here on the counter. All right, folks, I'm here with Vance behind the counter. Vance, what you got laid up here for us, bud?
What we got here is some newer Daiwa spinning reels and a Daiwa Tatula CT bait caster.
Uh-huh.
And then we also got a newer Lew's bait caster here. It's a Tournament Pro.
Yeah.
We got some new Dixie Custom feather stick rods here.
So now, you've been bragging about that rod a whole lot. Let's hear about it.
Well, this rod's a little bit lighter than the other models. It's also, the blank is made thinner. And
Yeah.
instead of just red foam, it's got actual red wind grips on there for it.
Uh-huh.
So that's a real nice rod there.
Well, I picked it up. I sure did like it. It is light about that, and it's got some good backbone to it to be that light. So that's a plus. Now, what about these two reels right here,
We got
Lance?
a Daiwa Revros here. That's $49.99.
Mm-hmm.
And a Daiwa Exceller here, $79.99.
And, well, I tell you what, they sure feel smooth
Yeah,
to me.
they're light, they're smooth. It's a real good quality reel for the money there.
Okay.
We also got Mega Bass. Got
Yeah.
all that in here.
Got some mega bass
Got
and
Mega Bass. Yep. We got some new braid, different kinds of braid
Braid.
that is fluorescent.
Yeah.
Glows under high vis.
okay.
Got the Tokyo rigs. Got new VMC Nico shroom weights.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, folks, get by here, see Edgemore Outdoors. Jim or Vance will be here. Got live bait, night crawlers. I mean, you know, hey, if we don't have it here, you don't need it. So get by here and visit with Edgemore Outdoors. Hey, folks, here at Tim's Tires, there's the times that they're open. The date, you know, that's 5 days a week. They're open from 8 to 12:30 on Saturdays. All right, folks, we're inside here in the warehouse. Just wanted to give you a quick look at all the tires and stuff they got. And here we are. There's some four-wheeler tires, lawnmower tires, just a mixture of about any kind of tire you want. So keep that in mind. Then here we get into the light truck, automobiles, that kind of thing. So just walk through here and give you a quick look at what they got in stock here. I mean, you know, it's it's just, I don't know, man. They must be a couple of thousand tires in here right now, if not more. Sizes, shapes. You truckers, you know the word. This is a place to get your tires for your trucks. And these over here, getting a little bigger sizes, light trucks, heavier automobiles, this kind of thing. And as you can just see back through there, it's just, heck, I don't know, this building's probably about 300 feet. All right, folks, we're back. We're sitting here looking at trailers and stuff because we're trying to figure out what we're going to do tomorrow night.
That was telling.
They better look out.
They better look out, Bill. You're exactly right. Yeah.
When I was talking to Paul up there, he said that he checked his meter every 5 foot down, checked the oxygen and stuff in it. And he said once he got down 35 foot, he said didn't find no oxygen in it, and he said didn't know why it done that. And I said I thought it was cause of the stagnation because they hadn't been pulling the water; it just been staying up so high that he didn't have a chance to pull none down because it kept raining and filling it up as fast as they could try to do something with it.
Well, like I said, Paul probably knows a lot more than I do, but there is a space in there.
Oh, yeah, I
Not any
guarantee.
oxygen.
I guarantee.
That's
like I
where
said,
that-
that'd be 3 to 5 foot.
Yeah.
But after you go through that, the oxygen starts building back up.
He said
I know
20.
that for a fact.
He
I
said
know
his report there, he gave it to me sent it to me on the phone, but once you got down to that 20 foot, just as soon as you got past 20 foot, that was the highest oxygen contents right there.
Mm-hmm.
Down to down to
Well,
30.
Wintertime, you don't have to worry about the thermocline. You ain't got no thermocline in the
Yeah.
wintertime at
Well,
all.
that's where that it's just like cold air and hot air.
That's right.
And the hot air rises, and the hot water goes down, and here's this cold water down here, 30 foot deep, and this warm water on top of it right here. So that's where that's the thermocline right there.
That's what happens in the spring.
Spring, exactly right.
That
Yeah.
thermocline and gets
Yeah.
where it is, and the bottom tone
Comes up, exactly.
good water
It
goes
equals
down.
out, it equals, and it comes to the surface. That old red looking, oily looking water we see.
I have a hard time catching fish right in that area right there. It'll stop me from catching fish for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, well, the fish don't know what to do.
That's for sure.
There, Mike.
Okay, let me mention this right here. A Gospel Jubilee at Kellytown Baptist Church, October the 12th, beginning at 6 p.m. Hot dogs, chili, and all proceeds go to the Kellytown's Kids for Christ youth ministry. We'd appreciate it. Any of you that want to listen to some good, great gospel singing, join us down there on a Saturday evening, 6 to 9, and we do have some hot dogs and chili, and listen to some good gospel music.
Yes, sir. But it can't beat that.
Can't beat that, Bill. That's a fact.
They've got some that can sing now, I can tell you that.
Let me tell you, Vans Auto Parts, like I mentioned the other week, a week or so ago, is going out of business, and 46 years. I talked to Jerry today. 46 years he's been there, anyway, they got 25% off of everything left in the store right now, and if you're looking for some deals, go by there. I'm talking batteries, oils, grease, filters, just cleaning stuff, painting, sanding, body work stuff. Just stop in down there, check this out. Next Saturday he'll be gone. That's when he closes the door next Saturday. That's it. So do remember that, and get that took care of. So boys, we've got about 7 minutes. What do we like?
Let's go fishing.
Let's go fishing. That's what I'm saying.
I can't wait.
I can't
wait
either.
to go tomorrow night.
Wesley's got a job to do tomorrow, and that's clean our boat up a little bit and get us ready to go. Hand me that rod and reel over here, Wes. I brought this rod and reel in here. It's several years ago. We were doing the show, and we were talking about rods and stuff, and I gave everybody a tip. I don't know how many people over the years, Bill, that I've run into, and you've run into a lot more than I have, that say, I can't throw a bait caster. Well, it's not that hard to learn. I mean, it don't take but just a few minutes. And I told them on the show there, I said, hey, the thing you want to do is go out there in the yard with that rod and reel, and don't ever mash the button in to cast it, but just work your wrist like that. And I told him, I said, if you try to throw this flat like a push button, it's backlash to every cast.
That's right.
You can't pick them out fast enough. But if you'll just do your wrist, lay that thing up there like that right there, you can throw it.
Yeah.
And
This reel right here, that's the best casting reel that they are. I want to get used to it.
yeah,
I've got 2 of them myself.
yeah.
They're expensive. They're expensive, but man, they cast wonderful.
They do cast wonderful. These are good reels. Now, they make low-profile reels now, and I've got a bunch of them. So is Bill. And Mike's got them. Wesley's got them. But I just picked this one up because it's laying on top of the boat.
Yeah.
But it's the same way. If you'll just work, keep that reel turned up on the angle and just work your wrist, you'd be surprised of how you can cast one of these things. Anyway, when I showed that, I got on the lake and showed a little film there, And well, the gentleman called me the following week. He said, I've had them things standing behind the door for 2 years or longer.
Yeah.
And said, he said, after you showed what to do, he said, I wouldn't take nothing for them.
Right.
I said,
Yeah.
well, that's great. But that's, you know, young kids and to master this thing, it's not hard to do. And these reels nowadays with the thumb bars on them and your thumb fits right over inside the spool, covers the line up. But the key to it is the angle of the reel and your wrist. If you try to throw it flat on like that, buddy, forget it. You won't never make it.
Never go.
Never go. But if you'll just learn to do this,
Yeah.
learn to do that right there, that's all it takes. And you'd be surprised how far just a little flip of your wrist will throw that bait
How
out
far
there.
it'll go.
Yeah, sure will. And but I just wanted to bring that up because it's been several years since we talked about it, and a lot of these young kids out there today, they have these casting contests and stuff. I mean, these 6, 7, 8 year olds and some younger than that are really efficient with their bait casters, and a lot of people. Shucks, Bill, I used to buy them old red reels, still have the backlashes in
Yeah,
them.
that's right. Yeah.
You know, them guys say, I can't throw that. I said, well, they said, I said, I don't know how many. I said, well, you want to sell it? Yeah. And get a deal on it. But anyway, just wanted to mention that. Anything else? Yeah, right here. The new stuff over at Edgemore. I know Vance showed the reels and the spinning reels and the bait casters and the rod. I got to get by there in the next few days and make a new film over there. But anyway, they got all these new baits: the Strike King, Ned Cut R Worm, Bill, the Ned Rage Bug, Magnum Dream Shot, and the Punch Bug. That's all Strike King stuff. Then they got the Zoom Cinco worms over there. And Mike, this is what you was talking about, that new plastic that they's making them out of.
Yeah.
Pretty much destructible, or indestructible, in other words. It doesn't tear up real quick. And they got, the Bayou's got the popper pad crusher. Sproul's got the spy baits, and I don't know who that is.
I tell you, if you need anything, all you got to do is go to Edgemore.
That's the best thing to do, Bill. Exactly right. You hit the nail on the head. Yeah, if you need anything, just go over there.
He's got about as good a collection as anything I've seen. Yes.
Exactly right. Like I told them over there one time, I said, hey, I was talking to one of their customers.
Yeah.
I said, hey, if we ain't got it here, you don't need it.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's a fact. They've got live bait and everything over there, for sure. Alrighty, we've got a couple of more minutes, because we're gonna run the IUOE advertisement here in just a few minutes, and I talked to David Ray yesterday and told him we need to get that thing shortened up and redo it. And he said, yeah, and he blamed it on me. He said, if you hadn't talked so much, it wouldn't have been so long. I said, I wasn't the one doing the talking.
Let me
You were.
ask you about the lights.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because I don't know anything. All I was told was that girl said give her 2 weeks, and when I talked to her there a couple of weeks ago, so this is her 2nd week, and I'm hoping that let's just try this right here right quick. We've got 9 minutes. Let me try her number here, and we'll just call up there right now and see if they answer. What do you think?
Yeah, boy, I'd like to know.
I would too.
I know if I run into any of them higher ups over, I'm sure going to be questioning them about it.
That's what?
Them higher ups over at work, if I run into any of them, I'm going to jump them about it. I'll tell you that. Because Paul said he'd made, I don't know how many phone calls, him and all the rest of them, the TVA trying to get them to fix them lights up there. He said they won't even answer the phone anymore. Said all they get's a recording.
Well, it went to their voicemail. I'm hoping she'll call me back here in just a second, but she may not.
It was,
Uh,
yeah, he said everybody was complaining about them lights.
well, if anybody out there right now has been up there in the last day or two, you can call us here at the studio and give us,
Give us a report.
report on it. Yeah.
Them lights need to be.
And I'll call that girl tomorrow morning. I'll give them a buzz tomorrow morning and see what they say.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that I can get somebody to donate us one of them orange barrels to put up there at the top of that walkway.
Yeah.
To where you'll know where that walkway's
Yeah,
at.
that's right.
That's the biggest thing.
Sit it right in the middle of it.
Sit right in the middle of it.
The star.
Yeah, up on
That's
top.
a good idea,
Good
Mike.
idea, Mike.
Yeah, sure. Well, if it's not the barrel, let's get one of the orange cones.
That's one of the big
No,
ones.
the pole, not the cone, but the pole. We
Yeah.
got them, all kinds of them there at work, so I know they got them somewhere. It stands up about 4 feet high, and we could screw that thing down there so if the water ever got up over top of it, it'd stay there.
That orange barrel stay there, put 4 screws in that.
I know it, but you've got that slope
That's
comes
a
up
good
there.
idea, Mike.
So either one of them would work, but I was just thinking about still giving you walkway room where you wouldn't have to
Sure,
step up on.
somebody's been up there tonight.
To know.
Call us, let us know.
I agree. What about it, Ed Galt?
Yeah.
You been on the lake, up the boat ramp in the last few days?
Right there.
But I'll call that girl in the morning and see what the status is on the lights up there. It's oh gosh almighty, I know that's what I was forgetting. Benny Skiles sent me the daggum 3 different politicians' addresses, phone numbers, and everything, and I had them in my hand and laid them down.
Who's that?
Benny Skiles.
Oh, Benny,
Yeah, sent me 3 names of politicians, John Reagan and 2 more to contact, and I left them laying on. I laid them back down on the dresser or something to get my billfold and walked off and left.
Was the county, state, or?
All state reps and Washington people.
Yeah.
Yeah, Congressman and John Reagan down here in Nashville, and another name, and I can't think of who that was. But I've got
Benny doing okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him. I hadn't seen or heard of him in a long time.
As far as I know, he's doing good. I run into him a few months back down at Reynolds.
I've known him ever since he was a young man.
Yeah. So lights on the boat ramp. Got to find it. We got to get that going. That's a bunch of problems. Okay, folks, listen. We're going to sign off so we can show these last couple of minutes of sponsored ads, and Bill, see you tomorrow evening.
Okay, old buddy, I'll be ready. Looking forward to it. Old buddy, I sure will.
All right.
Oh, Mike, I'll tell you right now, son, I've got them all rigged up.
Yeah, make sure you remember the sponsors, because that's
Yes, sir. Folks do remember
keeps
our
the lights
sponsors. Yeah, God bless you all. Have a safe week. We hope to see you back next week with a whole bunch of fishing family. All right, David, I appreciate the history, and I appreciate you, I've been with you 19 years now, and I want to thank you all for being a sponsor of the fishing show, and I know you're an avid fisherman too.
Yes, I enjoy fishing, and and I appreciate the opportunity just to get to be on your show
Yeah,
here for a minute, and
Let people know what we represent.
that's what we're all about. We do try to do an honest day's work for the people, and we've got operators from all over the DOE sites, TVA sites, the outside contractors. We're just just about everywhere you see a heavy piece of equipment, good chance that you'll see an operating engineer on it, rather it be Barnhart. I'd like to mention them, All Crane, and all of them that's signatory to us. We have over 100 contractors that's signatory to us, so I definitely appreciate those guys all the way in Chattanooga, Kingsport, Tullahoma, throughout all the way all the way up to Johnson City. So we do cover a big area, and just let us know if we can be any help to local contractors that come through these areas. We'll definitely send you some people.
All right, David. I appreciate all those good words, and we'll get this on the air. And I want to thank you again.
Thank you.
All right.
Country Fresh Foods. You may not know the name, but you definitely know the taste. Our homemade fudge is shipped all over the country. Its quality is unmatched, and it's made right here in Oliver Springs. But you don't have to travel all over to enjoy it. You can get it right here at our retail store, Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts. The highest quality fudge in a countless variety of flavors. And we also carry a variety of candy and unique gifts for you to enjoy. Come enjoy the taste you have loved for years at Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts in Oliver Springs, a division of Country Fresh Foods.
Let's go fishing. You know it's really great. Let's go fishing. In the rivers and on the lakes. Let's go fishing. It's easy when you try. Floating on the water with good old Steve in mind.
Country Fresh Foods. You may not know the name, but you definitely know the taste. Our homemade fudge is shipped all over the country. Its quality is unmatched, and it's made right here in Oliver Springs. But you don't have to travel all over to enjoy it. You can get it right here at our retail store, Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts. The highest quality fudge in a countless variety of flavors. And we also carry a variety of candy and unique gifts for you to enjoy. Come enjoy the taste you have loved for years at Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts in Oliver Springs, a division of Country Fresh Foods.
Let's go fishing. You know it's really great. Let's go fishing. In the rivers and on the lakes. Let's go fishing. It's easy when you try.